my people, you are welcome to this class. For this class, I want to look at Inec official press statement concerning the mess up where they do. Remember, say we analyze this tweet when he revealed the personal information, Inec registration information of Emeka Ike. That video is on my channels. Yesterday, Inec called release official statement say they see what they go on for internet. They call talk plenty to say they don't start preliminary investigation. For this class, we're going to read what the Inec talk. Then I will show you 10 O's. 10 O's where they did their report. Now yesterday, ASEAN, immediately they released it. I just started reading it. So many O's. You're going to see them. And you go shock. Oh, first of all, read what did they talk. Inec Nigeria at Inec Nigeria. Independent National Electoral Commission. Press statement. Inec. Independent National Electoral Commission. Press statement. Ray. Alleged misuse of authorized access credentials. Authorized, meaning they authorize it. Access credentials. Don't let that one confuse you. Credentials for IT world, now be what you take the login, username and password, okay? And unauthorized disclosure of information from the Commission's continuous voter registration database. This one, they say that the Commission now get the database, the inside computer where they put people's information. Say somebody unauthorized disclosed somebody's information. That is the attention of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has been drawn to allegations currently circulating on social media and in some sectors of the media regarding the alleged unauthorized access to the Commission's continuous voter. Remember the continuous voter? They are still referring to the database, registration CRB database, and the subsequent publication of information on a candidate subsequent after releasing the information. Somebody subsequently what? Posted it, published it. Publication of information on a candidate referring to Emeka Ike. You know what mention names. In the recent primaries of a political party, you know what mention name? NDC. In the Federal Capital Territory. No wahala. We'll continue. The commission takes this allegation seriously and has immediately commenced a thorough investigation to establish the facts surrounding the incident. Say they don't start to investigate the matter because they take am serious. Okay, we'll see how serious they took it. As part of the ongoing continuous voter registration CVR exercise nationwide, okay, authorized INEC registration officers. Authorized INEC registration officers, meaning na INEC people. They are officers, okay? Were granted controlled access. They grant them controlled access. And this access actually other INEC control. Otherwise, how person go log in like this? Okay, we cannot preempt you. To specific components. Because if you have a database, look at it like a shelf where you lock. These are different components. They say, okay, now this one you go get access to. They give you the key. This one, they don't go give you access. That's what they are trying to say here. To specific components of the CVR system, that is the database CVR system of INEC, to enable them to register new applicants. Remember what they said? To enable them, their work first is to register new applicants. Okay. Process request for transfer of registration. Okay. Process request. When somebody say, okay, I want to make you transfer me, they also give them that right. And update voter records where necessary. So the roles they give the officer has about 3 privileges. One is to register new applicants, to process requests for transfer, and to update voter records where necessary. Means they can create, they can update, they can do transfer. Okay? Such access is restricted to official duties only. See, this access, these privileges is restricted to official duties only and is withdrawn at the conclusion of the exercise. They always give them access. Go and do this. At the end of the day, immediately they go withdraw. That means you won't log in again if you log in. The audit trail from the preliminary investigation has enabled the commission to identify the user account. They say they don't see from their audit, the particular user, that is the person where they use or who use is username and password. Because when you are logging in to the CRV, anything what you do for there, you go dey cut am for you, go dey register am for you, you go dey put am for you. We call it log. Okay? For that log, now each person get am. All your activities for that system. If you look at my name, look at person's name, you delete, you check. They say this particular user when they check who access this. Immediately they say now one user, now he access am. Now you hear so? Through which the information was accessed. Okay? Accordingly, relevant personnel have been questioned and all units connected with the incident are cooperating fully with the investigation. Yes, so now one person they use the information to log in. There are many, una grant them access to do their work. This person can't misbehave. I don't know why they call they say all the personnel. Is it that somebody or the supervisor asked the person to find out this particular person? We are going somewhere. The commission is also examining all technical, administrative, and operational factors associated with the matter in order to establish individual responsibility and determine the circumstances surrounding the use of those credentials and identify any breach of internal access control protocols before taking appropriate action against anyone involved. I don't understand. You don't see person where you log in. Why not person hold that person first? I'm not talking. Preliminary findings from the commission audit trail so far, however, indicate that there was no external breach of the CVR database, meaning they no hack anything. Everything will happen. Now people where they inside, now inside work. That is a problem. We are going there. No hacking incident and no unauthorized external access to the commission's ICT infrastructure. They are trying to show that their system is solid. Gidigba say no issue. Okay. Rather, the information in question was accessed through valid user credentials assigned to personnel participating in the ongoing CVR exercise, but released without. Okay. You get each person username and password, abi? Okay. You are not saying one of them, maybe Peter or Jane, gave it out. That is the user and password, gave it out, but released without authority. That means no be saying that the person I log in by himself or herself, call, screenshot and send it to them. That's what I'm saying. It's like they added over the login to somebody, but you thought say no external login. Okay, now inside work. Is it that the person where they give out to another staff? Let's continue. It means say the audit trail show say although na Jane username and password that they take access and make a case information, but no be from the computer. The incident under investigation relates to the retrieval of a specific voter record. Okay, we know retrieval of this particular information we dey talk. It make a case information. Okay, retrieval. Okay, and does not indicate any compromise of the commission's broader voter registration infrastructure or the personal data of over 90 million registered voters. Okay, they say now only one person, and what they do now retrieval. You retrieve it because now we see, and what we see they try to defend. See now only that one. Every other person's information they can't be. No hala. We are coming. The commission wishes to state categorically that it takes the security, confidentiality, and integrity of voter data with the utmost seriousness and remain committed to transparency, institutional integrity, and protection of voters' personal information. Okay, if this is true, using the Maker case incident, una faith for this one because if you do want to make Ike, the remaining 89,999 people na Sogbe. Furthermore, the Department of State Services, DSS, okay, on its own accord, they no call them. And they hear the matter say, mo go. No be say na mapo to say, na come. Na sit down for office, they na no report. Police no come. On their own accord, okay, has commenced an independent investigation into the matter. Okay. The commission will continue to cooperate fully with all relevant security agencies. I will not hesitate to refer any person found culpable for appropriate legal action. So the person where they use or information still there with you now. I never actually hand over this person, abi? Okay. And let us see they work freely. Okay. Members of the public and the media are therefore urged to disregard unfounded speculations. Okay. While investigations remain ongoing. The commission will continue to keep the public informed of its final findings and any measures taken in response to the incident in due course. Mohammed Kudu Aruna, National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, IVEC, 2nd June 2026. Okay, now, Oku pieces everything. The matter no dey court, abi? So if we talk put, okay, we go see. Number 1, the contradiction, concluding no aki. They say no aki. Why still investigating? And it claims that his investigations are ongoing, abi? They are still investigating, abi? That their investigation, they are ongoing. Yet, confidently declares that there was no Aki incident and no external breach. This one sounds like person where don't finish investigation. How can you issue a final verdict when you admit your investigation is only in preliminary stage? This shows they are rushing to protect their image rather than finding the truth, going to the bottom of the wahala. Since you don't finish your investigation, why you not tell us for your report say the person has been arrested? Also with the person where you use the information. Okay, no wahala. Number 2, they identify the account but hid the culprit. They don't identify whose credentials were used, but they hid the name. The statement brags that the auditor identified the specific user account used to access the file. However, it completely refuses to name the human being behind that account. Who hosts the account? Were they the ones who log in, or did they give their password to someone else? If you look at that report, it's heading towards here, gave out his or her credential. That's what he said. Inec is simply protecting names here. This is not like a serious organization. 3, total failure of multi-factor authentication, MFA, which you are used to. If you are logging in to your email with a new device, for instance, aside username and password, you go talk say they don't send you email to the email where you use. They will ask you some questions, secret questions, because it's a new device. They handed over this information to another. I don't say which they talk now. They go use and arrange another press release. Say this is the final. They go. I'm just talking, not be say they go do anything. We are just for knowledge sake. This is just for us to learn. Not be say at the top because they go, no. We don't give up on them since now. It's a compromised entity. By repeatedly blaming valid credentials, Inec has exposed its ancient security system. Now ancient security system. This one, I don't need to tell you, say I'll be expert in this area for you to know. This is a national database where they budget billions, holding the records of over 90 million Nigerians, yet it relies on simple usernames and password. If ordinary banking or email apps require an OTP, one-time password, to log in from a new device, why does Inec secret backend lack this basic security? A lot of contradictory statements for that their press statement. 4, admission of rogue insider by denying an external hack. Say there was no hacker, Nigeria, and blaming valid credentials assigned to personnel. Say now person. Now do an insider. Inec has made the ultimate admission. The threat is internal. That is the meaning. Now internal threat. Some workers work with outsiders. That is the meaning. Remember the glitch we get for 23. They want Nigerians to feel safe because a hacker didn't break in, but having rogue partisan insider where it belongs to APC or any party, sitting inside your ICT department, hiding administrative keys, credentials to political talks is actually far more dangerous than a hacker. The most dangerous hacker na insider. When the bad guys are inside, the system is gone. So this is worse. For you to even admit it, it's even worse. External, you can block. You can block with a lot of security measures. Internal, they plenty. Because they say personnel. 5, the system controls are completely broken. How manage? Even WhatsApp, if you enter person's status, you want screenshot, you know now, they don't go allow you. There are some investment houses in this country. You want screenshot, they don't go allow you. You can't export, you can't download. These are measures. The statement mentions they are examining breaches of internal access control protocols. Breaches of internal access control protocols. This is a confession that their system governance is a mess. System governance. Government, they govern. Policing, different departments. The system itself should be self-defensive. I don't know how to put it. That it can, just like WhatsApp now, you don't need to be there. Say, hey, you want to screenshot? No. The system don't allow you. In a properly secured administrative portal, low-level field officers shouldn't have the privileges to view full cycle workflows, let alone screenshot and export them without triggering. There should be a trigger. Even ordinary small SQL where you go, even you stop for your computer self. You can enable triggering. Some activities go trigger, go report automatically. So if the public no raise alarm, we no see that one talk. Everybody calm. See how so? They go don't ring the election finish. How person go commit this type of things? Man, no. Without triggering immediate system alerts. Unless they trigger alerts. And the person when do one, I see they monitor the alerts. The manager. It means election results can be compromised without any notice. 6, no accountability. Suspects are still at work. That is the meaning. The commission knows that the relevant personnel have been questioned, but it never mentions any suspicions, restrictions, or interim actions while investigation they go on. In any serious organization, an employee suspected of leaking private customer or user data is suspended and blocked from the system immediately. One and not mention now. Why are these compromised accounts still active? 7, they explain how, but ignore the why and the who. Inec spent the entire press release explaining the technicality of how the server was opened via valid password, credentials, protocols, blah, 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 but they completely ignored the questions Nigerians are actually asking. What was the work-related reason to retrieve Emeka Ike's private record in the first place? And who authorized or paid this insider to hand it over to APC apologists? If not be the APC apologist, log in by himself. The only one record lie violates the Data Protection Act. Mokusi. Inec tried to downplay the crisis by saying the incident only relates to a specific voter record, aka Emeka Ike. And does it affect the broader infrastructure? Under the Nigeria Data Protection Act, NDPA, a data breach is a crime, whether it affects one citizen or 90 million voters. If an insider can search, screenshot, and leak one person's file for political bullying today, they can do it to many opposition members tomorrow. 9, the DSS intervention looks like cover-up setup. For me, Inec reveals that the Department of State Services, DSS, has commenced an independent investigation on its own accord. Okay, they evoke this and they evoke for this report. Okay, if the matter is serious enough to warrant a DSS investigation, why has Rere not been taken into custody or formally questioned to assist investigators in establishing the facts of the case? Because try yesterday, in the post, you see the post. If na another person when they don't like this and like this. Number 10, you cannot judge yourself for lack of independent audit. All the primary findings presented come directly from Inec's own internal IT team. People when they accuse, they could investigate themselves. You can do that too, but before coming out like this, at least an independent auditor for the involved, for measure their need. We know say the FCC arrange all these things, at least just to make it look good. You cannot be the accused party and the judge at the same time. until an independent third-party cybersecurity firm is brought in to conduct a full forensic audit of the CVR admin logs. This entire press statement is nothing but Inec writing a script to clear its own name, where it does scatter already. That's awesome. I don't want to waste your time. Look, we read one or two comments under their post. This shouldn't be difficult at all. Write the SSS to pick up Rere Olayinka and let him disclose how he got access to such information. It's barely 8 months to elections, and public trust has been totally eroded in this commission that is as useless as the P in psychology. Utterly shameful. The letter guy, as I said, yesterday, he posted this because I captured this yesterday. I was still posting. This person said, sure, you guys are not saying anything. The prime suspect is that wicked boy. That is where you guys need to start your explanation. You don't need to bother saying that you are investigating anything because we know that you are not. You already know the truth. So this person, the same guy, Ifanu, made another statement. He said, I can't believe that opposition parties are not running mad about this by now. Similar to that Inec chairman scandal. They are seeing all the sides now, yet they are doing nothing. Tomorrow, we come and cry wolf. I said exactly. Tomorrow now, they will be shouting, Rigi, oh! When Rigi has already started. Oh. They want citizens to be responsible, the opposition. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. They are the weakest opposition we don't ever see. But these current oppositions are very weak. He is an APC for 240. Every for that right now. Eh? Say now APC. At least. Very weak. Very weak opposition. Now after I posted this, later, whether they don't say I say I don't know. Now I say article, people don't trust. I immediately puts 2027 election credibility on trial. So now yesterday you say that's what they can do, the unthinkable, they can misbehave, they know they fear. Because they don't say. Say now APC. I be opposition. What do you think? When I drop off a comment, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.